Okay, so here we are. This is, interesting. This is Veterans Day. It's the day when so many people's focus is on the ending of the First World War and what was stated to be the war to end all wars. I think there were other ways of saying this as well. But when just about the whole world decided that they were not, that they had been through so much, that this certainly wasn't worth it, and that they were making unified decisions to cancel that all out and to be in harmony with each other and to rebuild. And so as I close my eyes this morning, that's what jumps to the fore, so to speak. So let's follow this thread then and take a look at harmony and what that means, and then the kind of incidental aspects where perhaps each one of us has things inside that are not in harmony with ourselves. If it's this, it can't be that. This is right, that is wrong, so to speak. And so are we, in some ways, at war with ourselves? And of course this goes on at a deeper and deeper and more refined level with each one of us. But if love is at the core of everything, which is the focus of these meditations, that deeper and deeper and richer and more of a acceptance of the love of God, then what's possible? So following that thread again, if you'll take that awareness, that light that is you, and start to explore inside. And interestingly enough, then, this is somewhat different from our prior meditations, inner journeys. And then what I'm seeing here is that what's inside is not really, there's not a little cave or a little crevice where some negativity is held. It doesn't look like that. But what appears to be outside, you may find things that are not maybe in harmony. So let's look outside rather than inside today. And so if you'll bring to mind incidences that bring you some sort of negative emotion that catalyze this in you, and it can be a variety of things. So let's start with something that is a large scope. It may be an international happening. Good. So each one of you can bring forth that whatever triggers something in you. That something could be judgment, it could be fear, it could be agony, it could be grief, it could be a difficult emotion or a difficult mindset. So keeping whatever this is for you in mind or in the front of your awareness, do your best to hold that in the energy, in the container, in the love that you are. Do your best to bring that inside. Good. And with no judgment, permit yourself to feel whatever you are feeling. This is a process. Good. As you hold this, notice what changes. Those changes may be in your feelings, they may be in your pictures, they may happen through a variety of different senses. Good. Notice the depth that begins to take place inside you as you're able to hold this in this way. Good. Notice the changes in your physical body as you do this. The permitting yourself to hold this will go through all of the aspects of your being, your mind, your heart, your emotions, your higher awareness. But it resonates through all of the spectrum, all of the levels of who you are, and what you are bringing here as you live on this earth and experience the human condition. You are bringing the awareness and the beauty of the higher realms, what you might think of as the angelic realms. You're bringing this through and grounding it with the person and the being you are now, here on this planet, here in this body. So your ability to hold love and your ability to hold everything that appears to be contrary to that is being demanded upon, if you will. But just like that time of 100 years ago where a great catalytic choice and movement was called upon, this is being called upon today in our world, the choice. Who are we? How do we want to live? Who are we to each other? How deep can we go? How deep can that love go? And how can we share this? This is a time of the great turning. It's precipitated by wars in a number of ways. A war against each other, individual, or a larger context, war against the environment. One would ask why, as human beings, we would even think this way. So holding this international episode or picture, situation inside you now, permit the love that you are to encompass this, to surround it, to cherish it, to love it and them, to bless it and them, with the most profound of blessings, to nurture. Here in this room today, we have all women. And that doesn't mean that men can't nurture too. But holding this situation in a motherly, nurturing, loving, and accepting manner seems to be what is being called for today. That whole issue of war and peace, war of many sorts, seems to be coming up. Certainly is coming up today with the 11/11 date, and immediately in this meditation. Whatever the forces are of control, domination, power that have been impeding the peace that is natural to our beings, it's time for the great turning. And it's time for the mothering. It's time for the nurturing. It's time for the acceptance that any mother will understand. And again, if there are men who will be listening to this at some point, this does not mean to exclude a mothering, nurturing capacity in men. So hold that situation in the incredible love that a mother has and knows of all the depths, all the griefs, all of the need to accept so many things you never thought you would have to, so many things that never occurred to you. But the depths of that love are unbounded. That love that carries whatever. Does not know any limits. And it actually has a capacity for that deep carrying of a situation, of people, of just a love. At the core, you can't be any different. Situations push you sometimes, but there's always this response of the mother, ever deeper, ever more accepting, ever more loving. So as you hold this, situation, notice inside the feelings that come to you. That word acceptance keeps coming forward. Not only acceptance of the situation itself, but acceptance of your role as a woman, as a mother, mothering. There may be some women out there who are not women, mother per se, but understand this mothering. It's natural. It's natural to a woman. That's your role. That's what's being called upon now to hold at all levels, the mystical and the practical, but at all levels of your being. So permit that situation to stay within your being. It doesn't seem to want to leave. Love it, nurture it, hold it. Good. And then bring to mind a personal interaction with someone. This is your choice. Someone that you may be having a challenge with at this point in your life. And use that same process. Permit that person and everything that is involved, all the different emotions, the different observations, perhaps judgments, whatever happens around that conflict. Usually some sort of conflict. Good. Permit yourself to feel that conflict and all its emotions, all its pictures, all its... This is a war of a different sort, a conflict, different level, but still, same thing. So permit yourself to identify this. It may be that there are words and emotions that come up, often a power issue. Not always, but not the only thing, but usually there's some sort of power issue. And permit that person to be moved from outside of you to then be absorbed inside of you. Using that same process of permitting, initially, all of the conflicting emotions or difficult energies or any judgment you might have, but just accepting whoever this person is. Good. Good. Permitting this person to come inside you so that you're holding the essence of this person with the incredible depth of love you have and the love that you are, not just have. Good. Just as a mother gestates and nurtures the child from the very, very beginning of its existence, so now at this point in your life, you are also holding inside, with the incredible beauty and love of who you are, this other, or what appears, or who appears to be another person. notice as you accept this person the incredible joy that starts being permitted inside. That incredible joy that this apparent separation is no longer there, but an enfolding, a trust, an acceptance, a beauty, and a word that comes is incredible cuddling of this person, an enfolding, a caring, as the picture of the Divine Mother Mary holding an infant, that same kind of incredible depth and beauty at the same time, and acceptance at all levels, the divine, the human, and everything in between. So holding this person, accepting this person, feeling the bonding that happens because of that acceptance, feeling the nurturing, accepting the role of the mother. Good. So from the very large to the very intimate and individual, this is today's experience. Full of incredible beauty, a lasting, permanent identification, and understanding that this mission is an important one. It's the time of the great turning, and there are levels and levels of this. And for you here in this room, and others who may be listening, it's a great momentum, and just in time, on a personal level as well as a larger level. It's related. So get one last feeling of these, of the inclusion, of the love, of the caring, of the carrying that has happened today. Know that this will be permanent for you. An inclusion of your capacity, or what you are capable of, and what you choose, why you're here. Get one last feeling of this love, this bonding. Take a nice deep breath. And when you're comfortable, open your eyes.